Alert! Shock Border Patrol discovery prompts Marine to break his silence. Please watch. The leftists are staunchly opposed to all of President Trump's America First agenda. But the one aspect of it they hate more than anything else is his commitment to building a wall along our southern border. That puts the leftists in direct conflict with the American people. If we need one thing more than anything, it's the wall. In an interview, a Marine guarding the border made a horrifying observation. Let me tell you that once they figure out how to get a nuke through the border, we will lose a U.S. city, he said. I'm shocked it hasn't happened yet. Let's take a listen to the Marine.
First Gulf War? Okay, so that's the term I got for it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
What's your military background? I'm a former Marine Staff Sergeant. I did Marine Bombing School. I'm EOD.
Nice.
Yeah, sure.
And my father-in-law's a Marine.
I tell you, the Middle Easterners and the Chinese that we've dealt with here, I don't think they're coming here to wash dishes or cut any holidays with hands.
Right.
I think a lot of them are coming good.
Yeah. Yep.
We do what we can to stop them. It's not just, makes a lot of people think it's it's just the Mexican nationals that are coming through, but it's not. I mean,
Right.
El Salvador.
Talon's the one that had on watch had a group of, other than the scout, he had a group of about a dozen Chinese. Walk right by.
Oh, really? Oh, they were coming right after.
With a scout.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You're all getting ready to become Bruce Leroy on him.
See, I had Nuke and Buzzard. Buzzard, that was his first watch, man. I said, man, if I light these guys up and we go to kung fu fighting or something, because they came on. I said, man, it's gonna be on me for that. So we let them through, and we had teams farther up north, and it worked the way it was supposed to. Everybody,
Where did you serve? Where did you serve over in the Middle East?
In '91, I was in the first Persian excursion.
What's your feeling about those people? The way that they feel about the U.S.
They hate us with a passion.
Why?
Why? Because we're us.
How did they treat you when you were there?
Well, with respect, because I was armed.
Yeah.
Okay, but when you're not armed, you're nothing but the infidel. And they're, to me, it's kind of like having a dog that you got to tie a pork chop around your neck to play with you. Okay, the only reason they like us or even give you the time of day is because we're foolish enough to give them money or whatever they need.
Very well said.
But as soon as they're done with us, or they got somebody to give them bigger and better, we're the infidel again, and we deserve to die. That's just me.
Wow.
I go back to a question. I don't know if you were in when we had our little together time, but
No, he wasn't there.
he wasn't here. I have a very.
So be careful of the question.
No. You got short, concise, powerful answers. I like them. Question is, how surprised would you be within the next? Actually, no. Let me say it the other way. How long do you think it is until we have another 9/11?
I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Really?
I'll tell you what. As soon as they figure out how to get a nuclear device in here, we will lose the city. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. As soon as they figure out how to do it or where to get it through, we will lose the city. I guarantee you that.
And where's the most open door right now?
Yeah.
Right here. Texas.
You're on the front lines, bro.
Yeah.
From here all the way up through Arizona, California, everywhere.
The Marine who gave his time to answer questions was well informed and had an exemplary background, known by his friend as Talon. He served in the Persian Gulf War, is a former bomb expert, and now works in a patrol that guards the southern border. Talon is spot on when he talks about the people coming into our country. He mentions how many of them are nefarious Chinese and Middle Eastern criminals, not the Latin American economic migrants the media depicts. The Chinese and Middle Eastern people coming through the border are not coming here to cut our lawns and wash dishes. They hate us with a passion. Finally, Some real sense being spoken by a person who sees up close what's going on at our border. Talon goes on to discuss the threat to our national security being posed by illegal immigration. This is a topic Democrats and the media avoid at all costs. They don't want the public to know their narrative is a complete lie. You see, the pundits would have you believe there's no risk whatsoever in having millions of undocumented unknowns entering our country. Sure, they're all good people, right? Here's the truth from someone who sees what's actually going on. Talon says he's surprised there hasn't already been a massive 9/11-like attack in the U.S. The biggest danger we face is these people discovering how to transport nuclear weapons through the border, then we'll be in trouble. I'm shocked it hasn't happened yet. Let me tell you that once they figure out how to get a nuke through the border, we will lose a U.S. city, Talon said. Wow, those are very sobering words. The last thing anyone wants to imagine is the kind of destruction and loss of life that would happen if a nuclear weapon went off in our country. But maybe that kind of thinking is what it takes to wake the people up, to jostle the people living in ignorant bliss into understanding reality. Democrats don't want to accept that anything like that could ever happen. Remember, these corrupt politicians live in bubbles, protecting by bigwigs and armed guards 24/7. And yet they can't stand the thought of us regular people owning our own firearms for self-defense. And they don't even mention the wall. For them, a wall is the ultimate representation of racism. Except for the ones around their homes, pure hypocrisy. Donald Trump won the presidency on the promise of building a wall to protect America. We all need to get behind him and let him know he still has our full support. If we don't have a safer border, we don't have a country. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.